For me, it's about the law and people. How am I supposed to quantify the value of these things when I don't have evidence?
I'm sorry.
And how people can resolve their problems and just be better for it.
Justice with passion.
I always knew I was going to go into law because I tried to see everybody's point of view in an argument. You say one thing, she says another. So who am I to believe?
Justice with truth.
Either you make the decision or I make the decision. You won't like mine.
This is Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. Rapper Emery Tillis is suing Phil Mitchell in the amount of $1,200. Mr. Tillis claims his former manager promised him a lucrative gig performing at a tattoo shop and says the defendant stiffed him and he wants his money.
Good morning, Mr. Tillis. You are suing your friend or colleague, as you described in your statement, for $1,200.
Correct, yeah.
Based on a performance that you did not get paid for.
Did not, no.
Okay, so tell me about yourself. I understand you are an aspiring artist, a rapper.
Yeah, I go by EGT, Emery the
EGT?
Great from Houston, Texas, and my name has been
Love Houston,
slowly getting
Texas.
bigger. I'm suing Phil, my former manager, for $1,200 because I did a performance at a venue and I have still not been paid.
All right, so then explain the relationship between you two. How long was your manager? How did you meet him? What kind of contract did you have with him?
A little over a year. And
Before the performance?
Before the performance, yeah. A little over a year, and he's been like a manager, mentor.
So he was a manager, or he was like a manager mentor?
You know, he was my manager.
Were you his artistic manager, Mr. Mitchell?
Yes, I handle a variety of aspects for my artists, from promotion to booking to marketing.
Did you two have a contract, like between your management company and him as an artist?
No, ma'am, there was never any contract signed in the year plus that we worked together.
Okay, so you just did it by a gentleman's agreement?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay, mistake number one, but okay, you have an established company, are you incorporated, do you have employees, everything of that nature?
Yes, ma'am, I've been working in the Houston area for the last 12 years.
And approximately how many artists do you represent or manage?
Currently, I've got about 10 to 15 giving any.
How many of those 10 to 15 actually have a management contract?
All of them.
Except for Mr. Tillis?
Yes.
Why was that?
Because he showed up to one of the showcases that I regularly.
Why did he not have a management contract before the performance? An actual written contract?
Because he's a raw talent. He has potential, but he's not quite there. So I didn't think it was necessary to sign him at the time.
I see. So you understood that, Mr. Tillis? That he liked you, he wanted to manage you, but you weren't really one of his artists yet?
No, from what I've gathered, we were...
Because you had no contract. You know, being a rapper, a singer, artist, actor, that's a business, right?
Yeah,
So
yes.
you can't call him your manager if you didn't have a contract saying he was your manager.
But he said he was my manager, he said he was going to be a mentor, and we just thought that meant
mentor.
our business was more organic and that there was trust there, you know?
Okay,
And that's
all
my
right.
fault.
So then he offered you an opportunity. Tell me about that opportunity, because that's why we're here today, right? Suing for
Yes.
the $1,200 appearance
So
fee.
I was told that there was going to be a lucrative opportunity to perform here, and
Okay.
that just, I feel,
Lucrative.
is deceiving. Yep, lucrative.
So you were supposed to perform at what,
A tattoo venue that has just opened up its second location.
okay, nothing against tattoo venues, but how is that supposed to be a lucrative opportunity?
Because
Are you
they're
like opening at the grand opening? I mean, are you performing at the grand
I was
opening?
performing at the grand opening. It's their second location that they're opening up.
So it's more like a community event type thing?
No, it was a grand opening for like a tattoo shop. So
Do they have a stage set up for you?
a stage is there. They had 4 other artists, and it was to promote the grand opening. So it's not necessarily like at a park, you know.
So did you speak to the defendant beforehand to get all the terms of your oral agreement?
No, the only terms is that it was a grand, lucrative opportunity for me.
So come and perform at the tattoo grand opening, and it's going to be very lucrative.
Yep.
Did you ask how long you had to perform?
No, normally we don't have that much communication as far as the details. We just know, like...
But this was your first gig with him?
No, this is my 7th. We've already done 6 prior to that, 2 of which I've been paid for.
So this is important. I'm asking a lot of questions, not because I'm nosy, but it's important for the case. So you did 6 before this one?
Yep.
And you were paid for all of them?
Just 2.
Oh, you were just paid 2. Why were you only paid for 2 out of the 6?
Because there were maybe smaller shows at like local bars.
And it was more like an opportunity that Mr. Mitchell was giving to you, like an open mic opportunity?
No, not at all. No,
Like
not at
it's
all.
an opportunity. I'm going to showcase you. I'm not going to pay you, but I'm showcasing you.
Coming up on Justice for All.
I thought that we would each get $1,200, not $400.
Oh, I see. So you assumed.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
You know what they say when you assume, right?
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Emery Tillis, who is suing Phil Mitchell for breach of contract.
For this event, for the 7th time, you did not discuss how long you had to perform for. You had no idea if it was going to be an hour, 2 hours, 3 or 10 minutes, 1 song versus 10. Did you know how much you were going to get paid, or if you were going to get paid? Because it sounds like that was loose and goosey in your prior dealings.
Yeah, one thing I was confident about that I was getting paid because of the term lucrative, I feel like sets you up for a payment.
Okay, let's not hang on the word lucrative.
Okay.
Because did you ask how much money I was going to get paid?
No, again,
No.
I'm
So
just
you
also
had-
grateful for the opportunity.
So you went in on performing knowing that you had already performed 6 times for him and you only got paid twice before.
Yep.
So didn't your gut tell you there's a possibility I may not get paid for this?
No, because we started coming to a basis where I was getting paid for these shows.
Okay,
so I thought that's the
what was
direction
it?
we're
Because
going
I'm
in.
asking you, said you didn't discuss it. So what were the terms of your oral agreement? Come to the tattoo grand opening. We're going to have other musicians there.
Yep.
You had no idea if you're going to get paid or not, and you didn't know based on your past dealings with him.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know how long you were going to perform for, right? Were you supposed to get publicity?
Yeah, every time you go out there and you do your thing.
Okay, so
I'm
then
gonna
how
get
did
more-
you come
I'm
up
gonna
with
get more views.
$1,200?
How did I come up with my $1,200 was backstage prior to the show, speaking to another artist there. They told me that there's an artist budget for $1,200.
Oh, so like another artist, like a friend of a friend, right? Told you. Like,
Yeah, well, another artist there performing at that show.
So $1,200 artist budget. So how many artists were playing?
There were 4.
So that means that you naturally thought that would get split amongst the 4 of you?
No, I thought that we would each get $1,200 and not $400.
Oh, I see. So you assumed.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
You know what they say when you assume, right?
Yep.
Okay, all right, so you performed. Tell me about the performance. Was he good, Mr. Mitchell?
Wasn't his best, but it wasn't his worst.
Okay, because he's a very good-looking young man. So are you a good rapper?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm awesome. It's in the name. Emery the Great.
Okay, but
Yeah,
so tell
I do
me,
my
how did
thing.
it go? Did you feel like you gave a good performance?
Always, every time, and then even afterwards, Phil came up to me and told me it was outstanding.
Okay, so you got there. Were you the first performer, the second, the third? What?
I got there a little late, about 5-10 minutes, which apparently wasn't much of a big deal. All they did was just move artists around a bit. And
Why
I
did you
ended up-
show up late? If it's
Traffic.
supposed to be a lucrative, even though I can't use that word because I just banned you from using it.
Yeah.
Why did you show up late if it was a lucrative opportunity?
I had every intention on being there in time.
But what happened?
Traffic, Houston traffic. I can't control accidents that are happening, and I still rushed to get there. It was only 5 to 10 minutes, nothing
Well,
crazy.
I mean, I love Houston, and I know that traffic is deadly. Did you try to leave early?
Yes, of course.
Really?
I mean, what type of rapper gets there on time? We talk about our image all the time.
Doesn't matter. Rapping is a business. I mean, come on. It is a very, here I go using the banned word, a very lucrative business.
Yes.
If you are a good businessman
Yes.
and you're a rapper, the sky is the limit.
Okay, but
Right?
I still pulled up and I performed.
Okay.
I didn't neglect the show.
You didn't, but you actually performed. So you were late, but you performed.
Yes.
Did the audience love you?
They loved it.
Perfect.
I'm still booking shows.
Oh, perfect. Good
Yes.
for you.
Yeah.
So then what happened? Why are you suing your mentor / mini manager?
Okay, so because afterwards he told me it was great, and he seemed to have a little attitude maybe because I was late. And then he went on to just go ahead and do his other business. He's still promoting the show, so he had probably other things to attend to. The next day, I reach out and I try to get my payment. I'm told that the $1,200 is none of my business. When I believe it's my business. We're doing business together. Like, doesn't make any sense.
Do you know if the other artists were paid? Did you
It's my
ask it?
belief that yes, they were. One of them has songs on the radio, so why not? And
No, but do you know for a fact if the other people who were at the grand opening, the other rappers, were they all rappers or was it just
no,
you?
they had poets.
Okay, so were the other artists paid? Yes or no? You
In
have
my
to-
belief, yes.
It's your belief that they were.
Yes, we have different management. How could I know this for a fact?
Okay, all right. So then you asked Mr. Mitchell, where's my $1,200? And Mr. Mitchell, what did you say? Obviously not, because we're here. So what happened? Is he correct in his statement of the facts and recalling what happened on the day and your relationship?
To an extent. Of course, I can't speak to the other artists because I don't represent them. But if I may clarify a previous point, he was only able to perform after showing up late because I talked to the venue as well as the other performance representatives to make sure that he was able to step on stage. He was originally supposed to be on stage second, with the regional headliner going last. Because he ran late, I was able to negotiate a different lineup for the performance and was able to at least get him a performance to salvage it because
How late was he? He said he was like 5-10 minutes late.
at least 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
And that's not to take into account as well to the sound checks that we needed, the marking that we needed to do, and just the general professionalism that, is needed in a show like this.
Coming up,
You can't do it halfway. You got to get there on time.
Sure, but he knows this is a pattern. He's my manager. Why not shoot me the time a
No
little bit
decent
earlier?
management company is going to sign you if you're always late.
you're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Emery Tillis, who is suing Phil Mitchell for breach of contract.
Had he ever been late before?
Yes, this has been a recurring problem.
Wow. I think I need to buy you an alarm clock for Christmas.
Okay.
So you've been late before?
Yeah, I've been late, but nothing major. 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Some
but
slight.
it makes a lot of sense what Mr. Mitchell is saying. You need to do sound checks. You need to fit yourself with the mic. I don't know how you do that.
Right.
But you need to get there, look at the stage, look at the schedule. What do they want you to do? Where are you singing? What part? I mean, that's logical,
Sure.
right? So you can't do it halfway. You got to get there on time.
Sure, but he knows this is a pattern. He's my manager. Why not shoot me the time a little
No
bit earlier?
decent management company is going to sign you if you're always late. Because that's not a good reflection on the business.
I studied the
side.
game, and there's some artists that don't show up to shows, and they're legendary.
Well, good for them. Maybe they're legendary because they're always late
Exactly.
or don't show up.
Exactly.
But you're not there yet. You're
Okay.
going to be someday. You better be someday.
Of course.
But you're
Thank
not
you.
there yet.
Thank you.
So when you're legendary status, do whatever you want.
Okay.
But you're starting out. You're creating your business. You're creating your brand, right?
Yep.
You have to make sure that's set, your brand. I'm going to be there on time. And on top of that, I'm such a superior artist that you're going to get noticed.
Okay.
Maybe that's what he recognized in you. I don't know. Anyway, so did you know that he was shifting things around and talking to the organizers to make sure you sang because they weren't going to let you sing? Did you hear that?
Coming up,
I believe I was the best artist there.
Okay, good for you. Hey,
Yeah.
confidence is key. You're halfway there with confidence. You need the rest.
you're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Emery Tillis, who is suing Phil Mitchell for breach of contract.
I was just told, you're headlining now. So, in my belief, I think that just made sense the whole time. I believe I was the best artist there.
Okay, good for you. Hey,
Yeah.
confidence is key. You're halfway there with confidence. Okay. You need the rest. So then Mr. Mitchell, Mr. Tillis said, you owe me $1,200. What did you say?
When I eventually responded, because again, I had my professional relationship in the balance with these people, I told him that he misheard. I don't know where or why that artist said $1,200, because again, I don't represent them. He knows I don't represent them, so I'm not sure why.
Did you get paid for the event?
I got paid $200, yes.
To what? To do what? To organize?
Yes, so I created flyers, printers, I took out advertising spots on the radio, I took out ads on social media as well.
So that wasn't that much money. Why did you do it for such a small amount of money?
It's the same reason that I signed him up for exposure. Even though I have been working for 12 years, I am a smaller fish in a small pond, and I would like to level up. And that is, unfortunately, part of the business is doing things for cheap to nothing. And again, it's fighting an uphill battle when he's trying to sneak friends into shows, which he's previously done, when he's not showing up on time, when there are issues with the clarity of his performance and being able to be heard. I'm doing the best that I can with the limited resources that I have.
I see. So you are more, like I said before, you're really trying to find him those open mic opportunities that hopefully lead to something more.
They weren't always open mic opportunities, but yes, that was a part of it because he is an unknown name at the time.
Got it. All right.
That's untrue. I've already had a buzz in town.
That's good. That's good.
Judge Perez's verdict when Justice for All returns. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez.
Protect yourself. Protect your name. Protect your likeness. Protect everything about your craft. Because if it were a true manager relationship, he would take a percentage of your fee. That wasn't happening. So you have to understand the difference between a manager and an agent. What if I got a record deal? If he were your manager without a contract, are you going to let him take part of the proceeds? You would probably say, no, I have no contract. So then it would be convenient for you. So do you see what I mean? There's a lot to learn. So if you want to be a legendary rapper, you got to be a legendary business person first, okay? But based on the evidence, I find that there was no viable contract between you, and the past course of dealings is pretty clear that he was just trying to give you the opportunity to perform, and sometimes you got paid, sometimes you didn't. You didn't ask, so this is one of those times that to me was you're just gonna go and play and perform, and hopefully it would lead to other lucrative opportunities, okay? So based on the evidence, I will deny your claim of $1,200, but good luck, okay?
All right, thank you.
All rise.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
It was a just ruling for an unjust case.
I don't think this was fair. I thought I had more trust going on here. I thought this is someone I could rely on, but I got more to learn.
Thank you.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.